Hello everyone and welcome to my vlog. Today's video will be a Q&A on my junior year, which you guys had been waiting for so long to get. You guys had sent in so many questions for this video and I'm so grateful for all of you. I will do my best to answer all of your questions, which I am sure you are dying for me to answer. But before we get into the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more. Now that's out of the way, let's get into the video. This first question is from one of my most loyal subscribers. And they are asking, what did you learn about yourself during your junior year? Let's see. I did learn a lot about myself, but I'll just say a few. The first thing that I learned was that I was able to handle online school for a few months. In fact, I preferred it because I could work with a more flexible schedule and I had half an hour long gaps between my classes. I utilized those gaps to work on homework or text my friends. Another thing I learned was that I am more creative than I am logical. Being in one AP and one honors class showed me that. I learned that I like projects because I can be as creative as I want. What else? I also learned that life is nothing but hard and not to give up. It's an overused phrase, but it's overused for a reason. The second you quit something, you miss out on so many other things afterwards, and believe me, it hurts. I also learned that I'm a really cool person. Now, let's get into the next question. This person asked, if you could make a pros and cons list of your year, what would it look like? Okay guys, here is a list that I have compiled here. Some of the pros to my year is that I became closer with some people that I knew last year. I got to be the vice president of French club. I got to be challenged a bit and I liked coming home to hang out with my cats. Some cons were that I became distant with some people. Most of the things I got involved with were unsuccessful. Quarantine happened at a bad time. Work became harder and my grades slipped. I also didn't have friends in the majority of my classes. Here's the next question. You mentioned that you were in a program called HSA. Can you tell us a bit about it? Yes, I can. HSA stands for Health Science Academy and I've been in it for 3 years. How it works is that you will be automatically put in some classes with other HSA kids and you get to go on field trips with them. Some things I liked about it were that kids got to throw me over a wall and I didn't fall because I was absolutely certain that they were going to catch me. The teachers of the classes I got put into were super cool and it was a lot of fun getting to be in those classes. The kids in my class were the same people I've had classes with for the past 3 years and they're all super cool. So overall, HSA is pretty cool. This next question asks, what do I think my senior year is going to be like? To be completely honest, I feel like it's going to be harder because that is the year I have to apply for colleges and take the SAT because it got cancelled twice. Pandemic scheduling might be hard for me to adjust to because I am uncertain if we are doing school online or in person, but with a few people at a time. If we do in-person school, there is also a low chance I'll be able to see my friends, so that too is a bummer. However, it might not even be that bad. It will most likely just be really boring. This next question says, what are your feelings about college? College will be difficult to consider depending on which schools are doing in-person or online classes. I hope everything clears up by then because I refuse to make my parents spend thousands of dollars for me to stare at a computer screen. However, if there are in-person classes everywhere, I'm excited about getting to move away from home and be independent. I'm worried I'll lose touch with my high school friends, but I'll try to prevent that. I'm also nervous about the workload in my classes. But overall, I'm just really unsure about what I'm going to do. This next question asks, how do you feel the year changed you? I feel like the year made me more patient and resilient. Not just with myself but with others too. I learned to be less hard on myself and how to be a friendlier person. Overall, I became wiser. However, I also get tired easier because of schoolwork. And I'm better at balancing school and my social life. and I also became more comfortable with expressing myself. This is the final question for this video. It asks, what is your final verdict on the year overall? Junior year was probably the most difficult year I ever had to deal with. However, it could have been worse, haha. I had some good moments and some really bad ones. My classes were definitely harder, but I didn't fail any of them, so that's good, I guess. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 5. First and foremost, I would like to thank my family and friends for putting up with my annoying self and listening to me complain about literally everything. I also want to thank Moore Park High School for being my least favorite place, but challenging me and preparing me for much tougher things in life. Thank you to all of the teachers I've had throughout my life for warning me about this year being the hardest year ever and preparing me for it. Thank you to Subway for making the best sandwiches ever and giving the best vibes ever. Thank you Starbucks for being there when I craved coffee on a Wednesday morning after my zero period. And last but not least, thank you to this year for being tough on me. I survived and I am very proud of myself for that. Until next time, peace and love to you all.